season.
He's making some noise, man, because he always has the unpopular opinion, which I disagree with sometimes, but I still love it. Open season radio from 7 to 9. I'm a big fan.
I'm your host, sketch artist. And yes, I am the Hear It Nation hothead. You cannot have that opinion, man. No. Show the record, I'm not having it. No. Because you get the EMINEMs in the world that are specifically speaking up for black communities only when his album is gonna come out.
Open season.
I recently finished watching Pretty Little Liars.
And it's time for me to check out.
Okay.
I'm still here, guys. Next topic.
Next topic, please. Thank you.
Cut! I'm the only one that's light skinned in my family. This man isn't black.
Give me some of them Skittles, cuz.
No!
This is Open Season. Every Sunday, 7 to 9, here at Nation.com.
And we are still live on everything here at Nation with Terrence here in the building. This is Open Season. I am your host, Sketch Artist. We are brought to you by BTCTalentConnection.com. 313-829-0650 is the phone number to call in and debate. At 708, Ariana Grande has shit to do with Mac Miller's death. Cut it out. We will dive into that. I have to, and I am more than willing to have to be the guy to do this. I gotta roll up my sleeves and do work. I gotta defend Lil Xan again. It's more so for the difficulty of the task.
I don't pay attention to like most of them, man. So like, what happened?
It's the Tupac comments again.
He's bringing it up again.
He didn't. We'll get into it. He kind of brought it up, but he also still had a point. So I have to defend him.
All right.
So fun. At 8 o'clock, Terrence gets his wish.
I'm not a fan.
Okay, Oscar the Grouch, chill on the couch.
That's an awfully hot coffee pot.
We get to talk. Why is Eminem allowed this amount of time to respond?
Did you hear the Joe Budden podcast? Fuck. All right.
Damn right I listen to Joe Budden podcast. He dropping gems. This dude is Sonic ringing them. Just giving them out for free. Free balling facts. I'm very biased because half of my theories, he just fills in the blanks.
Thank you.
I admitted that to Tim Mack too. I told him straight up, man.
Want to shout out?
The song would sound a lot better if you suck my dick and then go sing it.
It was too hard for me to read off that screen last week, so I can't read.
So we get to talk about that, man. The great debate, Refugees, Kush, Cocaine. Who had the best song in the diss trifecta? I want people to comment and weigh in. What do you got, show director?
When we get to the 8 o'clock Eminem talk, the one that said Eminem sold more records than any black man, he commented again, so remind me to read that.
Okay, real talk though, big up to the listener.
Want to shout out?
Up.
If you're a new listener, you gotta understand I take on the role. I am the Hero Nation hothead. So I never genuinely yell don't listen. Clearly, we're in the game to be listened. It's supposed to be entertaining. So this is a debate show. Just make sure the Dukes is up. He'll film it at. No name calling, except in the great debate. At 8:30, gloves are off. Anything can go.
Okay.
And actually, whoever says the funniest thing about me, you can even go personal because I'm not Eminem. I don't put my personal life out there.
I'm not a fan.
Okay, Oscar the Grouch, chill on the couch.
I guess you could say anything and nothing's off limits. I don't even tell y'all motherfuckers where I graduated from. So we can really do it at 8:30. But big up to the listener.
Want to shout out?
One last shout out to them and big up to the boss man.
Want to shout out?
You see this setup that I got here now, man?
Yeah.
I got these one button press go boys now. Everything just automated, locked, ready to go, man.
Taz can't come to the phone right now. He's busy.
Me and Weber just getting on live on Open Season.
Who's videotaping it?
Hey, what up, everybody? It's Vinny Rico.
Wow.
Oh! Let's get into the half-ass of the week.
If there's a task that must be done, don't turn your tail and run. Don't pout, don't sob, just do a half-assed job.
Half-ass of the week, but not my half-ass, not my half-ass.
That's why I was excited. Oh, thank you, Ever. Didn't want to go without that. That's why I was excited with one of the listeners in the Sports Roundup to talk Tigers, because we got a Tigers half-ass of the week. FS1 announcers, like game callers, the commentators, the voices of the effing game. There's a black guy, and then there's a Jewish guy.
This man isn't black.
They fought before they took the air last week.
Fist fight?
Somebody strangled somebody. Let's get the update, and then we'll go 2-3 minutes. Who do you think choked who? So take a listen. This is the most action that Tiger Sports, big ups to King Joker, has ever seen all year.
For the Tigers, Fox Sports Detroit team reportedly got into a physical fight. According to the sports paper The Athletic, things got heated between play-by-play announcers Mario Impemba and Rod Allen. It says it happened before Tuesday's game in Chicago against the White Sox, which may explain why Impemba and Allen were not anchoring the Tigers' live pregame show on Wednesday. Multiple sources told The Athletic the fight happened just before they were about to go on air. It's unclear what sparked the fight or if there were any injuries. 7 Action News has reached out to Fox Sports Detroit for comment, but has not heard back yet.
They're suspended for the rest of the season. Not much of a punishment. They're watching them lose. Now,
all right.
Rumors of them beefing, if you will, have been going on for years, which is the most confusing part of this whole story. They're bought and paid for by FS1 and the Tigers. Like, anytime they're losing, they say literally, all right, now let's just focus on the positives. They can lose 12 games in a row. They will have this positive princess twist to it every single time. How can they even hate each other at the office?
You're always so positive.
Like, are they trying to out-positive each other now? Like, the other one got upstaged in their own positivity, and that's when all beef broke out? Is that what we're dealing with? Now, who do you think strangled who? I can't pronounce the Jewish guy's thing, his name. I know Rod Allen only because the sports shows that I listen to all the time dog Rod Allen because he tries to dog them that they're too negative. Go figure when they lose. So this is what we're working with. Two positive sons of bitches working together and having some altercation. Who do you think? The Jewish guy or the black guy?
Jewish guy.
Jewish guy put his hands on the black guy?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's racist. Shut it right there.
I don't want to answer that because I feel like it's racist.
I think that's a racist term too.
I'm just playing. No, but no. I think the Jewish guy did it too, man. Rod Allen? But he's got a lot of passion, though. I can see Rod Allen, because Rod Allen has an audio drop that's all over YouTube. He's just slamming his hand on the table after a big, go figure, Tigers loss. He's like, good God, can we focus on the positives? That's a lot of passion, man. So if he felt like his positivity was upstaged by the Jewish guy,
nah.
They try to duke it out, but I don't know, man.
It gotta be something like behind the scenes, you know what I mean? Not just being positive. It gotta be something else. Somebody else some money or something.
Oh, I knew. I was just about to say, you see we ain't go the money route?
Right.
Oh.
Now, listen, broski, I give you $50, but I want 75% interest.
Wow. Now that.
I think that's a racist term, too.
Wow, new low. Man, let's get into this Mac Miller business, though.
Shout out to Open Season every Sunday on Hear It Nation from 7 to 9 p.m. Your show is phenomenal. Every Sunday again, Open Season, 7 p.m. only on Hear It Nation. Check it out.
Who do my listeners got in the EMINEM and MGK? Who y'all got? 8 o'clock, we get to it. 8:30, who my listeners got? HearItNation.com. There's a bunch of diss songs on the homepage. There's about 3 or 4 of them. Since we're still waiting on M.
I'm not a fan. Okay, Oscar the Grouch, chill on the couch.
Got Refugees, Kush, and Cocaine. Just a trifecta of diss songs. Big up to Hefe.
I'm ready to get into some.
On these, we have
good meat.
And Kush.
Kush loudest friend screaming, well, my nigga.
I got no drop for Cocaine. But that's my homie. That's the homie that was tipping me off about the whole TMZ and Drake money. So, again, I don't have a vested interest in the drama. I was like patting myself on the back. I ain't got nothing to do with this locally for once. And it involves with like 2 Here At Nation employees. I ain't got nothing to do with that for once, baby.
Oh, shit.
Scot free. So I can weigh in freely. And I want to know whose favorite songs is whose. I actually got a favorite song. A single favorite song.
Are we talking about just Eminem and...
No, between the trifecta of the 2 Here At Nation employees and the Great Debate.
Why am I like lost on this? But okay, go ahead.
Cause you and me
a rapper.
And the show director are all waiting for Eminem. Okay?
Yeah.
I actually get the Here At Nation flyers sent to my inbox, so I seen that they was beefing. So I'll just weigh in unbiasedly. Cool with everybody involved.
Okay.
Now the Tigers, they're gonna just bring Rod Allen and homie back on next year because nobody's paying attention to the Tigers. That's why the half-assed of the week was like 2 minutes long. Let's talk Mac Miller now. Mac Miller died.
Friday.
Don't give me that.
Friday, yeah, because it was before M3 took the air.
This is Murder, Mitten, Mayhem.
So I didn't listen to the show. So I don't know if it was covered. If I'm like beating a dead horse, like a dead topic horse, I don't know. They probably talked the Mac Miller thing, and hopefully they do have Kush there though.
Kush loudest friend screaming, well, my nigga.
Big up to Kush because I know Kush didn't focus on the Ariana Grande aspect of it because he's a rapper. Mac Miller is known for 2 things. 1, he's a great personality. He's like the Kevin Gates to me. I don't like their music. That's no disrespect. That's just not my cup of tea. Just like when me and Tim Mack were arguing about the whole Eminem being a GOAT not a GOAT debate. You can tell which side I was on. So, Mac Miller needs to be remembered for making music and being a good time. And he should be known only for that. All the articles that were written that day, the day he died, they were all about Ariana. Ariana Grande's name was brought up the whole time. Because about 5, 6, 7 months back, about 3 Ariana Grande tattoos on Pete Davidson's body back. Fun fact, 2 hours before, I'm all over the place on this one. 3 hours before, before Mac Miller died, Pete Davidson got on Instagram and got another Ariana Grande tattoo. Now, if he don't wake up looking like the biggest douchebag in the world, I don't know what is. You know what I mean? 3 hours. You're still putting on fresh A&D ointment on your new 3rd Ariana Grande tattoo. And her ex pops up dead. You look like a douchebag, dog. And I love Pete Davidson. He looks like a douchebag right now. But all the articles were bringing up Ariana Grande because of the whole car crash situation. About 5, 6, 7 months ago. It's hard to understand it because they broke up and she was already with Pete Davidson for like a little bit. Everybody cheats a little bit at the end of their relationship. It's just like a effing thing. So, Mac Miller got into a car crash a while back ago and was under the influence and wrapped his car around a telephone pole. And of course, everybody was like, oh man, him and Ariana Grande just broke up 2 or 3 days ago. It didn't make my show. You want to know why it didn't make my show? It's because at that moment, that's probably what happened. Probably drank and took too many pills that day, coming off of a very fresh relationship loss. You know what I mean? So now we're getting everybody grandstanding. You already know how it goes. You already know how it goes. Big ups to King Joker one more time.
Want to shout out.
He got his wish. He's so sick of the MGK and Eminem talk. Mac Miller just, well, to the heavens. The people watching online, you get this. Oh, man, if you're listening on the website, you missed out. Anyways, everything's bringing up Ariana Grande now. They've already both said they've moved on. Mac Miller has been doing drugs his entire life. Nothing's new. All his music is about it. His music's not for me, just like Eminem's music's not for me.
Anymore.
Exactly. So that's why
it's not for me.
So that's why when me and Tim Mac was getting into it,
yeah,
he's going on the thing of like, you're supposed to like him. Like, he's just not my kind of music, but I can respect what he does. Like the sports angle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
King Joker said Mac Miller, who?
Wow.
Jesus Christ, King
I wouldn't
Joker.
even do that.
Wow.
And I think I only heard like one song from the guy.
Oh, what? Why is everybody piling on? I'm supposed to... I'm trying to run interference, and everybody's effing it up. You're blowing up the play. Jesus Christ.
Just throw the flag up, man.
So Ariana Grande yesterday had to disable her Instagram comments because people blamed her in the thousands over his now overdose that's been ruled as an overdose.
That's so fucking stupid.
It is stupid. Nobody should have went to her.
No.
They both were moving on in the sense of Mac Miller had a tour coming up in a month. And Ariana Grande had to take the role of being a victim because you idiots wanted to do what you did to open season last week and blow up her timeline about something that has nothing to do with her.
That poor girl. It has nothing to do with her, and she probably feels like fucking shit, too.
And it irks me because even hearing the words, that poor girl, yes, unbeknownst to her, it is that. She's the one living. She had an attachment to him. But the fact that it's even a discussion annoys me when people die. No offense. I don't care even how she feels. His impact, at least in the circle of homies around me, to help influence them, that I could have got, in a weird way, I could have got some influence from him. In a weird way. Why are we discussing Ariana Grande? I know why we are, but why do we have to do that? Why is it poor her? I don't care how she feels. Homie from hip hop died. I don't care how she feels. And the fact that you would place blame like she's Anthony Bourdain's wife is ridiculous. When Anthony Bourdain from the Travel Channel killed himself, right? Everybody blamed his wife. Everybody always blames the significant other that lived through the suicide. That's always what happens. And that's what's amazing. If J. Cole grandstanding. If you have any issues, man, just let me know. It's not about talking about with some people. There's just vices and addictions sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's depression, and then there's the roller coaster of everything. And Ariana Grande, when she had to give her statement out today, she had to say as such. Like, she didn't rake him over the coals. She clearly talked to somebody in PR, which she shouldn't have had to because nobody should have asked for her side. Who cares? This is a Ja Rule situation. I don't give a fuck what Ja Rule got to say at a time like this. I don't care what Ariana got to say. I don't care. It's getting ridiculous. She had to give her thoughts, saying that she always had to help him with his up and downs. Not that any real fan, how would a real fan not know that he had ups and downs? It's just like when Kanye went crazy this past year.
I just love Trump. That's my boy.
I saw that shit coming in 2009.
Who couldn't?
Right.
Especially when he's saying,
yeah,
there's pictures of me with this president and you too. Now you're all saying F me. You can have your feathers ruffled. Like, I don't like that she's being casted as a victim because now she only benefits.
And she shouldn't.
She's forced to be on a soapbox and I can't judge her, and that pisses me off. I'll shoot you straight. It pisses me off that I can't get mad at her now forced grandstanding. Y'all did that. And then there was a million people, like when look, there was a million people that hasn't posted statuses on social media all year long and wanted to grandstand with this and say, why is everybody being so negative about a celebrity's death? Why are you getting on social media only when a celebrity dies? You're only blaming Ariana when a celebrity dies. He spiraled and crashed a car. He spiraled again working on his tour. None of this is a shock. All of it is equally as sad. I don't got no ill will on Mac Miller. Like I said, he's Kevin Gates to me. I don't like his music, but I will listen to any and every interview because he's an interesting human being. Like, I don't get, like, why are you on social media complaining about the negativity if you're a Mac Miller fan and everybody's shitting on Mac Miller? It's just like the EMINEM conversation. Stay off of it and remember him like a fan that you're pretending to be. Fans are just blaming her instead of appreciating him. And to bring it back to the Anthony Bourdain situation, when Anthony Bourdain, his wife, was blamed for his death, it's because she said that they had an open relationship. He never had pictures with any other woman other than her. In the same month that he committed suicide, and she said that they have an open relationship. I didn't look into this, but this is just a simple narrative. She can be blamed because I don't think it was as open as she was trying to say after his death, because he only killed himself within 1 week of her having another picture with another guy for the first time ever of all social media, ever in her entire career, ever in life, of them working together in the public eye for over a decade. Now, when that comes out of nowhere and his death comes out of nowhere, it makes sense. Like if Mac Miller died in a car crash right after a breakup, you can have that. You can't have that now. Well, in 2018, and what I think you shouldn't have are two different things.
Yeah.
You know, reality.
Social media.
Yeah, man.
People and their opinions.
But you get what I mean, though, man. I ain't even trying to lay too thick. I ain't even trying to lose no listeners. If you're listening, big ups to the listeners, dog.
Want to shout out.
Who you got in the MGK and the EMINEM saga? When will Eminem answer back? And Mike Kush, Refugeesus, and Cocaine Diss Trifecta on HearItNation.com. Who had the best track? I'll tell you mine at 8:30. Whew. It's getting ridiculous. Ariana Grande, of course, had to say she's absolutely heartbroken with everything that's going on, as she's rubbing A&D ointment on Pete Davidson. You see the strain that they're putting on that relationship. Like 100 though. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. He already looks like the biggest douchebag waking up. But then he got to wake up to her saying she had to disable her comments because Mac Miller's name is down her throat. Now she got to speak out on Sunday saying that he was such a great guy, she's heartbroken. And when he crashed his car a few months back, she said at that time, please take care of yourself. She spoke out last time when it was a real thing. Y'all didn't cry. Y'all crying now. She's engaged.
Yeah, it's not her job to take care of somebody. Like,
real talk.
People are ridiculous.
And even Mac Miller said, dog, she has a life. I would hope she wishes the best for me, and I wish the best. We're doing different things. And again, this sprung up when he's going back on tour. This is not out of the blue. Just like Anthony Bourdain, seeing that alleged Instagram photo while filming with his wife. Mm-hmm. Do you see how the emotions can spike? Yeah. I can't believe he killed himself during production. He works with his wife, and his wife had a picture with another man for the first time ever. You can draw those conclusions. It's Ariana Grande crap. Why y'all doing that to her, dog? Y'all already gassing her up with that Nicki Minaj garbage. I'm tired of that trash, bro. Joe Budden said it best on that podcast. Big up to Terrence bringing it up.
Kiss, Terrence.
I wish something detrimental would just happen to that friendship. The Ariana Grande friendship with Nicki Minaj needs to be over. Y'all ain't bitching about that, but y'all want to talk about Mac Miller? See, y'all frauds. Like, y'all don't protest the NFL even though Eli Manning's a quarterback in the NFL. You don't want to bitch at Ariana Grande for being too friendly with Nicki Minaj, but then you bitch about Mac Miller. You people, man.
Wait, why are you bitching about that with Nicki Minaj? I mean, they're both terrible to me, but...
I'm just saying that if you want to have a petty argument, at least have something to fucking stand on.
Yeah, true. Okay.
You got something to say back there?
Oh, King Joker just like keeps going and going.
Want to shout out?
Big ups to King Joker, though.
It's entertaining.
Yeah. Loosen it up, man. I'm self-aware. I know what I'm doing to my show.
Earlier he said, "Is it sad I have no clue who this girl is y'all speaking of?"
No.
Ariana Grande.
It's not.
He goes, "I always find out about mainstream artists and movie stars dying from Facebook because I don't have TV or radio in my house."
Girl, let me give you all your respect.
And then he said...
That's when that pastor groped Ariana Grande. How you not hear about Ariana Grande getting her titty grabbed, King Joker?
Girl, let me give you all your respect.
What else we got? I know he's on a roll. Like a straight A student.
Well, because we said that, he goes, "Hey, I stand on my desk, buddy." He said, "I'm won't until Dre says you can now respond." And hashtag MGK, hashtag who is Mac Miller.
God damn it. He's like MTV's go-to rapper guest guy. like that's the best way. I can't take, like, that's why it's so phony, dog. Especially for the people that got on Facebook. I kind of want to say names, but I'm not going to say names. Like the people that were arguing about contrarians getting on social media with their negativity about a celebrity death. And then, ironically, spewing venom with hashtags of soapbox standing. I hate the Facebook friendlies, man. Hate them. Like, you're in the same group of friends with the same 5,000 like correspondents. You're only ever bouncing ideas around the same squad. It's weird. I've had gun debates on Twitter. I weighed in on the whole EA shooting teenager thing. And told a bunch of Nicki Minaj fans, how do you exist when she doesn't? And I don't get any, like, venom. Facebook is full of venom. Like Spider-Man 3.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't until the end of the fucking movie.
Oh, wait. I just want to...
That shit was terrible.
See what I did? I just Facebook friendlied you right there. Just poking friends of shit I know that pisses you off. How you gonna grandstand and you ain't been on social media for a year? Get off Facebook, man. Get the hell off Facebook. Jeez. So, I want to loosen things up, man.
All right.
Because everybody knows that my favorite song of all time... We're going to fix this.
Okay.
Of all time was Pull Up With the Lemon with Rihanna. Before Drake butchered the remix, I broke it down on the air. Now we have a better, way better, so much better song. It is the greatest song of all time. And then we have a topic involving this person. Here's a clue.
I just love Trump. That's my boy.
I think I know the song.
Terrence already know. Let's get it, baby. The lemon is out. I love it is in.
I'm a sick fuck. I like
yeah.
a quick fuck. I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck. I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck. I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck. I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck. I like my dick suck. I buy you a sick truck. I buy you some new tits. I get you that nip tuck. How you start a family? The condom slipped up. I'm a sick fuck. I'm inappropriate. I like hearing stories. I like that hoe shit. I wanna hear more shit. I like the hoe shit. Send me some more shit. You trifling hoe bitch. You're such a fucking hoe. I love it. You're such a fucking hoe.
I love it. Woo! It's the banger, bro. Banger of the year. Nothing is better than that song from now on.
I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck.
That's the new bar. That is the new song heater bar.
I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck. I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck. I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck.
All right, man. So Kanye tweeted out the other day that he wanted to do Watch the Thrones 2. And it's already rumored, because there's no dots to connect, that Jay-Z will not be a part of this album.
Got milk.
Why? Because that Drake shit?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. What do you think? Do you think it's a good look?
That he's not on there?
Let's just go out on a limb.
I will say,
I have a feeling he might not be on there. Like a Big Timers album for like Birdman that he keeps saying that Manny Fresh clearly won't be on it.
yeah.
I can see him just calling it Watch the Thrones 2 and like it's just like a Nicki Minaj album with a bunch of Cardi B subs.
Man, I really wanted Cardi B to beat her ass. That would have been nice.
That thing got it blown out of proportion because I keep hearing that it was security for somebody else.
It was. I think it was like supposed like they both had a mutual friend or some shit. Why am I into like this cat fight? I'm not into like female beef like that, but for some reason I got into it.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I listened to Cardi album finally.
Yeah. Was it?
That's just straight sizzle, bro. Straight sizzle. It's like 13 tracks. About 7 of them are like legit bangers. Bangers. But Watch the Thrones 2, man. It's gonna be bangers.
Oh yeah.
Do you think Jay will be on it? Will they reconcile?
Yeah, he may be on like one song, but you know they're like that love and hate relationship like between brothers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Jay-Z was on David Letterman on Netflix, and he told him like, because he even asked him the elephant in the room question. You and Kanye. And he kind of just put up his hands and everybody laughed. It broke down the room. David Letterman is my G. He looks like a prophet. That's why I fucks with him. He just looks like a biblical dude that doesn't tout biblical thoughts. Trustworthy face. You know what I mean? Like he should be ringing a bell for Salvation Army. I still wouldn't give to him. I don't give to Salvation Army. But,
hey, man, them tax breaks, man. I'm telling you.
I mean,
you don't look up one day and be like, damn, man. Oh, this much? Oh, shit, I got this $200 certificate. Yeah, I did that. Get that money back.
You can whiff out that resume. You just missed the word I.
Hey, what up, everybody? It's Vinny Rico.
You know, I'm trying to be like a certain person.
Oh! Okay, so.
You know, I.
To bring it back to this great song.
I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck.
Happy Kanye is the best Kanye I've ever seen in my life. I'm not going to hold you up. Like, when it's reflection Kanye time, those songs are great. And that's what made Kanye Kanye. But I'm not going to lie, man. This whole innocent fun yay. Whoop. This whole innocent fun yay.
Whoop-de-whoop. You don't like that?
I love fun yay.
Oh, I was about
I'm
to say.
saying sentimental reflection yay. That's my dude. That's like moment of solace time.
Right.
But I'm not even going to hold you up. Fun Kanye. I want to party with this guy. I want to share some beer with him. I want to order some Domino's with fun Kanye.
Stuffed crust pizza.
I swear, man. Watch the Throne 2. I feel like he would EP it. Because you can't remember. You got to remember, dog. Kanye is going down this EP route, which that's what everybody's doing in this whole 24-hour news cycle period, which is to each his own. To each his own. But he said after Yeezus, and when Yeezus came out, you'll never get anything less than 10 tracks from Kanye. Now, he dropped more than that on St. Pablo, but to the contrary, the contrarians out there, he is done nothing but EPs, like 3 or 4 EPs now. And I can see Watch the Thrones being a 10-song track kind of loadout.
Someone chimed in and said, "Fun Kanye? You mean MAGA Kanye?"
Don't do that.
I just love Trump. That's my boy.
Magna? Why do my listeners bait me, bro? Why do they bait me? Magna? Okay. I really got to do this.
Yeah, you do.
I have to do this.
He said
I
MAGA,
just love Trump. That's my boy.
Yeah, Make America Great Again.
Oh, okay.
Make America Great Again, Kanye, was him literally saying, with the resume of Adidas stealing his designs, Nike stealing his designs, bootleggers running them out, of just sales back in the light up shoe 09, 08 days alone. He was making a point that if anyone were to take a quote unquote N-word back, he's not saying this part. I don't want to misquote him. I'm just putting it around the N-word. That's how white people get away with saying it. Now, oh man.
Sorry, can I just say that was very anti-black?
This man isn't black.
Now, he was thinking from a standpoint of fashion alone, if there was anything to take back, it would be the fashion mogul that is Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
He has come out recently saying the old EMINEM routine. I should have said it differently. I don't care about any of that. Because personally, I think he shot you straight from the beginning. Everybody's saying fuck Trump. Everybody had their pictures with Trump. He's not going to be fake about Trump. And he brought up a Harriet Tubman quote. Nobody's bringing up that Nicki Minaj compared herself to Harriet Tubman. But lo and behold, they bring it up with Ye. Now, this Kanye...
I just love Trump. That's my boy.
That goes to TMZ, that fucks up his own story, is a lot different than this Kanye.
I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck.
Two separate Kanyes. One is passionate and wants to just get his shit out there and throw it against the wall.
He said, "Dude, you sound like an apologist. Just admit he can't do no wrong."
Kanye can't. I just said he went to a TMZ column to sales pitch his story. That's very, very stupid.
Right.
But I'm saying, discrepancies aside, Make America Great Again Trump, or Make America Great Again Kanye is a different than a happy Kanye. But he apologized to Drake recently.
Yeah, I heard about that. That was kind of weak, but it makes sense because I see Drake is like being really sensitive like that. Because he, like, I remember what the P Diddy beat, that real like 0 to 100.
Yeah, no, but big up to the listener.
Want to shout out?
I'm not defending Kanye in that regard. Kanye's just checking off boxes because even when he went to TMZ, he was there telling, I love everyone. We need to love everyone. I love, 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 love. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So him saying, I forgive, like I want Drake to forgive me, he already apologized to black people like 50 fucking times, as well as he should. Now, that's why I'm not defending Kanye. Just because I can understand where Kanye is coming from, I'm not defending it. Like when Wayne has a Trayvon, like when Lil Wayne has a Trayvon Martin shirt on at his concert, and then 6 weeks later somebody says, hey, Black Lives Matter, right? And he says, what the hell are you talking about? I'm not defending that. Now the show director's making a face.
King Joker.
Oh, okay. No, because I can take what King Joker says at face value.
Is Kanye that one dude that boned some Kardashian? I thought he would be hooked on crack and hookers by now. LOL, let me stop.
That's Ray J.
Now, let me tell you something, King Joker. Kanye said in album number 2 that he wanted to be with a porn star. He never said that he wanted to do crack. What is he doing now? He's with an ex-porn star.
Amateur.
And he's not doing crack. Not defending. Just speaking matter of fact. But he'll have heaters with Watch the Thrones too, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of that.
Yeah.
You get the immediacy. But I was right in my prediction. And that's why I'll always defend his music.
His music's great. Now, like, you know,
outwardly, because we called that, you know what I mean? This whole Make America Great Again, I'll let you go. This whole Magna shit, when that hit, I said his album sales will not take a dip. They didn't take a dip. I said everything that he was saying was stupid. But at the same time, Nicki Minaj said the same things and actually misquoted Harriet Tubman. I'm just saying the facts are there. Not defending it. I just need common sense. Go ahead, Mo.
No, but I think. I mean, I guess like the apologies were cool or whatever, but he should like really like hit on like the bigger picture of what he was trying to do.
He was just checking a box, yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's getting called out. He's not working for Chicago, listener. He needs to show up to that Chicago system, listener, and put his money where his mouth is. Because right now he's kind of getting raked under the coals at home.
Well, yeah, because he was saying something like he working on something bigger. I heard something about that interview.
Yeah,
like a little bit about
all
it.
I know is kids were involved, and he said I have to work on something bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me tell you something. That is not what you say. You can't say anything is bigger than the kids.
The kids,
like
the
straight
future.
up.
Right.
And that's where Kanye, I think his apology was garbage because he pointed to himself. Mm-hmm. When he apologized to Drake, he said, but no, like, I just want to apologize for the situation. But, like, at the time, he was kind of poking the bear a little bit because, like, he didn't know what I was going through when I was trying to get away. Turn your phone off, Kanye. And this is what the listeners do. They don't let me get to my point.
Right.
Just like the Joe Budden, wiggle it a little bit, pause. Yep. Just like Joe Budden does on his podcast. Big up to Joe Budden.
I want to shout out.
I need to set the barometer of unbiased, here are the facts. Mm-hmm. Now I'm burying him. That apology was garbage. He was checking off a box. I could have did without it. There was no reason for it. And then he was victim blaming himself. And this is why I'm mad at all the people that wanted to make me not get mad at Ariana Grande, because Kanye wanted to make himself out to be the victim, that he had to get away. Right. He had to go to Wisconsin. He had to put an album together. And Drake wouldn't leave him alone. Man, that's so garbage.
And that's weak.
That's weak as hell, bro.
Talking about some purple demon emojis or whatever. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I had to look up what that means. And, you know, my family's at stake. Really, Drake?
Yeah, see? We piling on now. Like,
like really, like, Puff Daddy, take that. The guy who looks like a fairy slapped the shit out of Drake.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can do the same, especially all that happy weight you didn't put on.
Right.
You got some weight behind that slap. You'd be okay.
What Terrence is trying to say is Kanye shouldn't even being bipolar, and even with the defense mechanism that I might be putting up, there's no way that Drake should have had any emotional pull on Kanye. How do you alter your lifestyle because of Drake? Because of purple emoji? Turn your phone off.
Yeah, that's weird.
How you gonna break bread with Pusha T? He made Pusha T pay for half of that, like, suite, that resort. He made Pusha T pay for half of that shit, but won't turn his phone off? You breaking bread with the person that's dissing the person that's hitting your phone up with purple emojis. Kanye, I know you checking the phone off, baby.
You know, it gotta be something deeper than that. Maybe,
and he will give to the kids, but he's gonna wait till the new shoe is out. Yeah. I never dispute that. Kanye is Tiger Woods. He's not going to weigh in any politics unless it is self-serving. He weighed in, and it was self-serving. But I can't deny the fact he was at least spitting knowledge in what he was saying.
He was spitting knowledge, but I'm saying...
In this regard, I'll let you go. In this regard, you can say I'm defending him. But Kanye is saying, why aren't my listeners and his listeners holding the feet to the fire of all the young Jeezys out there? Every black rapper out there has had their pictured and did a punchline about being Donald Trump. Trump is not a new person. He is the same person. He's just in the White House. And then, he shouldn't be.
Right.
But Kanye's just saying he was friends, just like everyone else was friends, with one person, and he doesn't see why anything's changed because that person hasn't changed. I'm not defending it, and I still wouldn't be friends with him. But it is what it is.
You got 50 Cent that like took pictures with him. You got Mike Tyson. You got all these like mega like blockbuster black people that has, you know, pictures with him and are friends.
Right.
So
he's essentially just calling rappers out without being that dry snitch of saying, hey, Joe Budden, you had Joe you know what I mean?
Right.
Kanye is just, he died on the sword, self-servingly, like he should have. And he took it like a man. Mm-hmm. Y'all raked him over the coals as he deserved it, like deservedly so. Straight the hell up.
But, you know, his like one of his points, it was a good point. It's like, you know, within the culture, it's like everybody has to have this unified way of thinking.
Yeah, and that's all he's saying. Like, he was saying, even if he's right or wrong, y'all can't use fandom as leverage or anything as leverage.
Right.
To try to alter somebody else's opinion on it. But I'm defending him.
Yeah. What's next, man? What's next?
But I don't think that Drake drama is done because
no, it's not.
He didn't quote unquote accept Kanye's apology, But Drake already brought Meek up on stage 2 days ago and said that the beef is squashed.
Did he?
And I, to that, say, I don't pat Drake on the back because he was always in the right. Meek tweeted that Drake hasn't retweeted that his album was out and then dished him after that. And then Drake started jumping out of the bed.
Right.
Of course Drake was going to be the one to forgive Meek. And even Meek said before he went to jail, like Eminem said, like Kanye West said, I should have worded it differently. That's like rapper 101 now.
Yeah.
Anytime you take the L, you got to say, I should have worded it differently. Why are you freaking out, show director?
I feel like Facebook keeps giving us a notification on the live video.
And then you're not seeing it?
Yeah, because I can see it from across the room, but it's not popping up like on our end.
313-829-0650. We will try to get these comments in. Who do y'all got? MGK, Eminem. I'm guaranteeing an MGK win. There's only one real factor why.
Can we just talk about this right now, please?
We can't, man. We got to defend Lil Xan. And it's Tupac.
Do you got to leave early or something?
You know it's Tupac. You know Terrence ain't trying to talk. You know Terrence ain't about to talk no Hear It Nation beef at 8:30. Come on. Terrence only showed up because Eminem's on the board.
Kiss, Terrence.
That's an awfully hot coffee pot.
I'm not a fan. Okay, Oscar the Grouch, chill on the couch.
That's why Terrence showed up. What? As soon as he looked at the whiteboard, it was like, oh, you talking about our employees at the 8:30 hour? I'll get off. I'll just leave early.
Kush says MGK.
Big up to Kush, dog.
Kush loudest friend screaming, well, my nigga.
Ah!
Or he said so far, MGK.
Oh, I'm going to tell you at 8 o'clock, Kush. I'm going to tell you that I thought of it long and hard this morning. MGK will win. And he only has to do what he has been doing. That's all. It's not about out-rapping, out-pacing, out-bar for barring. There is one Achilles heel holding back Eminem. I'll expand in 8 o'clock, but I do want the listeners' thoughts.
Oh, my bad. Alan said, what's up, y'all?
What's popping? Big up to Alan Wake.
Want to shout out.
Big up to the boss man hooking me up with his damn board.
It was too hard for me to read off that screen last week, so I can't read.
Want to shout out.
Drops his damn flame this week. Woo.
Kush says, most likely you right.
But it's because Eminem is not a millennial.
And we're not going to talk about this until
That's literally at 8 o'clock.
We need to stop.
Yeah, we're not going to.
No, I was just trying to give a radio tease. God damn.
Terrence is freaking out.
Son of a bitch. Can I handle radio? Give a radio tease?
At 8.
Eminem's going to lose because he's not a millennial that's coming up at 8 o'clock. I'm not giving away nothing. That's only going to piss off Tim Mack.
It was too hard for me to read off that screen last week, so I can't read.
That's an awfully hot coffee pot. That's an awfully hot coffee pot. That's an awfully hot coffee pot. That's an awfully hot coffee pot.
Not a fan. Okay, Oscar the Grouch, chill on the couch.
We gonna get to it, man. We cool. We chilling. We talking to the listeners. Kush tuned in now. He's smart.
Kush loudest friend screaming, well, my nigga.
Kush tuning in now because we're going to talk about...
Let's talk about this Lil Xan thing.
We're going to talk about Eminem, and then we got to talk about him at 8:30. But yeah, he tuned in at the good time. Because okay, so we are talking about Kanye if you're just tuning in. I was talking about Kanye, and somebody said I was defending Kanye, and I said one compliment to Kanye, and about 90% he's stupid. Is that safe to say around the room? That Kanye was dumb this last go-around with apologizing to Drake? Yeah, very stupid. Now you can call me an apologist. Because I'm going to defend Lil Xan. Yes, Lil Xan, Lil Xan.
I've never heard his music.
Duh.
So I don't even understand why he's on the board.
Because somebody asked him a few months ago, where does Tupac rank out in your top anything? He said Tupac is boring. Everybody freaked out over the age of 35. Just like this Eminem and MGK situation. Everyone over the age of 35 is losing their minds because they have all the answers, and nobody younger than that was asking anybody for help. Okay? We just weren't. Okay? Lil Xan was minding his own little Xan business. I know nothing about this guy. That's why I can defend him with like full confidence. Like, I get the ref you hefes.
I'm ready to get into some
Arby's. We have
good meat.
I get the ref you hefes. Like, I get what you're saying on principle, but nah. Oh man, we actually got a caller. What was good, man? Caller, what is popping? You are live on Open Season. What you got?
From Chairs and Sofas. We're wondering if there's anyone home. We got a large sofa to deliver.
Yeah. I need some sofas. Oh, they hung up. See, people.
This is the second prank call we've got.
People, I keep patting myself on the back. We got the flyers up everywhere, so like we keep getting bigger. So we got to figure out a real call system because this whole non-pre-screening thing, it doesn't affect the other shows, but it's kind of affecting mine. I don't know why. Every time I talk to a caller now, it's this. It's just stupidity coming through there. Too big. Too big now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Too big locally.
The pranks aren't even funny,
That's
though.
what, you see, I wasn't even...
Be funny.
Like, be funny. It's fucking 7.
We'll
it's
entertain
almost,
funny.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't, like, really, like, all, like, the juice and the sauce is drippy with it, but I said, yeah, I need some sofas. Like, you have no follow-up?
Right.
Nothing? You can't even say you need, like, 2 people, like my mom, to be there in the middle of it so you can bang it out in an afternoon? You can't even have something that kind of not funny? Like, just one off it. A sofa prank call. Whew. Anyways, I got to defend Lil Xan.
All right, go ahead.
He's just answering questions.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of spoke out this go-around. I really don't know why he spoke out this go-around. Nobody really asked him. But he came out and said that all the Tupac fans out there were acting like bitches and shit because he was just saying, I don't like y'all rapper. And, like, motherfuckers was trying to really come after him and try to judge him for calling the police when he was going to get jumped a couple of times. Now, I got to defend that, too. Look, you give me that look. I understand, dog, that in the streets of rap, that is bitch. Now, we can't take away from the fact we are talking about a little white kid named Lil Xan, okay? So context. Lil Xan said something that pissed off a lot of black people. Is that fair to say?
Okay.
Middle-aged black people lost their fucking mind like middle-aged white people lost their Facebook mind this week.
Right.
Fair to say, right?
All right, yeah, okay. Because that's like a completely different era. Like, they will pull up.
Real talk? And in his credit, he wasn't even flexing. He didn't go the Tekashi 6ix9ine route of flexing in a 50 Cent kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
He just gave his answer that was asked to him. And then he made like another post about it because he keeps getting questioned in obviously every interview. That's why he stopped doing questions because he received that backlash. But then there was some people waiting out for him outside of a concert one time ready to jump him.
So is his music even like doing good anymore?
I don't think so. It's survivable. I don't know.
I don't know because, you know, like that type of like that genre seems like you're hot like for like 30 seconds. And then if you're not like trolling or doing some shit, then you just die out.
But to your credit, he don't got bodyguard money. So when there's like 20 black people surrounding his car and he's 17-year-old white guy and he's with like 3 other like South Warreners.
I want to shout out.
If I was in his position, I would call the goddamn police too.
Sorry, Nick.
Big ups to our boys in blue. What's good, Show the record?
Kush wants to give a fun fact.
Kush loudest friend screaming, well, my nigga.
His spell check keeps fucking up. He says Xan's real name's Diego.
That's dope. Diego.
Yeah.
That's Dora the Explorer sidekick, right? And I don't have kids, so creepily, how do I know? I know more about Dora the Explorer than I do
like
Lil
her
Xan.
cousin or some shit.
I don't know.
Yeah, they made like a spin-off of Dora the Explorer with like a guy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like her cousin or some shit.
Okay.
I had to babysit.
Terrence was being so polite just now. I can tell he gave no fuck.
Like, I don't fucking care.
Terrence.
Terrence is not with the shits of caring about where Diego came from. He's just not. Oh my God. So yeah, I gotta defend. I think Pac. It's just that generation. This whole thing's generational. Me and Tim Mack finally came together last week on my show and kind of buried the hatchet. We were at each other's necks last Friday because we were having a generational argument without realizing that it was generational. So I defend Lil Xan in this regard. One, I know Diego's back history than I do Lil Xan. So keep the garbage out of my inbox. I'm defending him on name alone. That's all I know about the kid. He just told you, like, we live in a vacuum now. Millennials are able to dissect and figure out what they like and don't like that much quicker. So when you get a millennials of white descent telling Tim Mack, no, Eminem's not the greatest. You get Tim Mack saying, but you're white. It's very fucking infuriating.
That's what he said?
We buried the hatchet. We figured out it was generational. Tim Mack doesn't remember that I'm not from where all the other white people that was on this stupid debate are from. The 6 and 7 miles don't idolize Eminem. Everyone outside of that idolize Eminem. It is as simple as that. That's why everybody from Detroit will always go Royce prior to Bad Meets Evil. And everyone outside of Detroit says Royce after Bad Meets Evil. You know what I mean? So we are having that debate without realizing it was that debate. So we are just miscommunication. So we just pissing each other off.
Kush says, son is 14. I know what these kids like in music. Xan Pump and XXX are huge with their age group. Times change, either change with them or get left behind.
On it. And again, it's just the motherfuckers of yesteryear, you just need to accept that you're yesteryear. And Kush does actually know what he's talking about.
Want to shout out.
Because big up to Kush, he's the only person on Here at Nation that actually kind of openly has kids. And I don't say that snarkily. Like, I say that as a real compliment because I seen him tag like his kids or bring up his kids like one time on M3, like one time ever, in like a year or two span of paying the fuck attention.
Great.
Every time he brings up kids, I'm surprised he has kids.
And that's what you
I
need.
didn't know he had a kid.
Exactly. He got a couple of them. Big up to Kush.
Kush loudest friend screaming, well, my nigga.
And yeah, that's why I always like Kush's like answers or opinions on music.
Yeah.
Because I have certain things that I listen to, but a lot of it I'm just debating the on paper. Like,
right.
Like, what are the millennials gonna debate when all the old heads are dead? You know what I mean? So when I'm coming to like a Tim Mack with these millennial facts, he's still going by the old book.
Right.
Eminem rhymes the most. He's the best. That's not what he's saying. I'm actually not doing him justice. So
yeah,
I don't want you to go in.
All right.
Look at the goddamn clock, man.
2 minutes. I'm not a
fan. Okay, Oscar the Grouch, chill on the couch.
Oh man. I can actually pull up the actual quotes. Because I know Terrence really wants to listen to these Lil Xan quotes. He want to get the actual quotes.
Yeah.
He said, I did not do anything. After that Tupac shit, y'all literally acted like Tupac was your goddamn granddaddy. End quote. What you got? Was that too far?
I mean, I'll say yeah, because as a Tupac fan, like most of his stuff had conveyed a message. And then like it kept either a lot of people like from doing like crime or whatever the fuck was going on in their lifetime. So, you know, a lot of people idolize him. And just like, you know, any other artist, you know, that like had like big influence, of course, you're going to have like that type of impact on people. But, you know, his like reach was like pretty high. I mean, like, you know, his audience was pretty big. So you're pissing off a lot of people. And they're going to react accordingly. Like his stuff still translates to like what's going on now. For us, it's like the injustices of like, you know, blacks. Or
as
like,
far as the content,
because I'm saying like obviously the beats and shit.
No, because like,
right.
that's why I always defend the new route, because like now we're living in a timeless era. Music doesn't last timelessly in the news cycle, but the sound quality alone is timeless.
Right.
So I fall victim to it all the time. Am I going to listen to an older beat? No, I'm not of that older generation. But the older generation always brings up the resume. And that's what's annoying to these millennials, and we're fed up.
Kush said, I don't think it was too far. It's taboo, and people are talking about it, so it only helped him out, really.
100. Here's what he said, though. He went a little further. He said, what the fuck? When I said that Tupac shit, y'all acted like you were sucking that guy's dick or some shit. He's a legend. I acknowledge that. He's a fucking legend. But what I said is what I said. They cut the interview, but I don't give a fuck. And that is just like MGK right now. These millennials are giving their side of the homage. And you old heads can't handle it. What did we all say when Lil' Kim was tripping on Nicki Minaj a decade back? Didn't she already give her homage? Now, what is Nicki Minaj ironically doing now with Cardi B? Demanding homage. What is MGK arguing with Eminem? You only acknowledged me with a diss. The Joe Buttons. Look at every other year Facebook touts that another white rapper has been signed to Shady. He's saying that Eminem's not name dropping like the respect that he quote unquote had a decade ago, or in Rap God when he said, I know a lot of y'all younger than me are hungry. But now he's picking on them 6 years later. These are the discrepancies. These millennials are giving their side, and if y'all can't take it, they're willing to move on. But then the M&Ms and then the stands out there. Whew. Let's get into the sketch snaps. Let's dive deep into this Eminem topic.
Okay, Oscar the Grouch, chill on the couch.
Hello, everyone. Today, we're going to be discussing one of the most grumbled over aspects of the writing process, the dreaded synopsis.
We talk in this book about hypotheticals.
People say, dude, you gotta think outside the box. Fuck that box. Get rid of that fucking box. You don't even need the fucking box. That's what I do. Just go fly. Step off onto the fucking cliff, bro.
We talk in this book about hypotheticals.
The dreaded synopsis.
I'm losing my shit. I'm professional. I'm very professional. Okay. My headphones even cut out. That's how bad it was.
Can you hear me? Check.
Yeah. Mic check. Mic kick it off like Joe Budden podcast. Mic check. Mic check. Okay, real quick before we continue, I forgot. Got to give you the Hero Nation schedule. Front Free Radio with Refugees is in KPZ every Thursday night from 8 to 10 p.m. on everything Hero Nation. The M3 show with surveys, wet blankets, and great cushions involved. Oh yeah, I can't do my drops while I'm reading my notes. This is professional time. I'm sorry, show director. Church. A Whisper radio experience with Chaos, aka Whisper, every Saturday, 7 to 9. The Vinny Rico show. He didn't show up today, so I'm not plugging it. Me, Sketch Art is open season, 6 to 9, every Sunday. Our friends at The Kill Show donate to Killer Ken. And be sure to check out Sketch Artists on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, and Google Play for you droiders out there.
Okay, Oscar the Grouch, chill on the couch.
Why is Eminem getting this pass? Why is it going this long?
For someone who can quote unquote freestyle, battle, and can come up with anything off the snap of his fingers. What's taking so long? And then like all those teasers. Oh man, he's about to, these conspiracies. Oh, he's playing Pac-Man. You know, last time he did something like this. Then Kamikaze came out. I'm like, all right, okay. All right. But I don't hear nothing yet.
Well, I know why he's getting away with it right now. It's because he's not a millennial. It's as simple as it is, man. Now, to Eminem's credit, he was showed on Instagram about 3 nights ago.
Mm-hmm.
He was playing Miss Pac-Man with his back to the camera for a 3-minute clip while it was playing like 1990s diss tracks in the background, right? He was just playing Pac-Man for 3 minutes, never turned around. Fun fact, MGK has a Pac-Man tattoo on his neck. that connects. Now, Kamikaze dropped Friday. Thursday, Eminem did another weird 3-minute back-to-the-camera video the day before it dropped. The signs were pointing to a song was supposed to be dropped, but it still hasn't dropped. And I am not outraged. Show director, you look so excited. What is it?
Kush said,
"Hey,
Kush loudest friend screaming, well, my nigga."
We gave the world 4 or 5 back-to-back diss songs, and I'm still waiting.
Now that's a resume.
A resume drop. Hey,
How
wait.
a listener gonna give us a resume?
Hold on. What was that one thing that that one listener was talking about earlier?
Oh yeah, from the last live.
Yeah.
Good call, Terrence.
Kiss, Terrence.
He chimed into this live a little bit too.
Big ups, man. Big up to all the listeners.
Want to shout out?
He said, so let me get this straight. So if a black man sold more records than
Wow.
he would be in the greatest ever, but the fact he's white, it doesn't count. That's dumb logic.
No,
We didn't say that.
No, hold on. Let me.
That was from like the first live when he said
You're better
something.
at remembering your things, so let me go. I am like Joe, but you already know.
Yeah.
What did I say? I sound just like that son of a bitch. Like, I was listening to it, I'm like, wow, I'm listening to the mirror. But, okay, no. It's not my logic. It's just logical. NWA, the biggest black media cinema ever. Before Black Panther. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
$50 million broke the current black release record. Eminem self-admitted he wouldn't have sold even half if he was black. It is because he's white. He's the first white non-pop star. You know how that works? To his credit, he was anti-pop. Now, we can do the dance all day.
Yeah.
But you're not going to put that on as my logic. That's just logic.
It's facts. He
White-
can target a larger audience. If blacks only make up 11% of a population at that time, and I'm only reaching like X amount of people, I think there's no social media. There's nothing like that back in that time. So it's like a lack of exposure towards each other's cultures. There's somebody here that like fits your mold and is able to like expose you to this other culture.
Exactly.
Right.
And again, I don't take anything away from that. Like when Drake knows how to work a system to break the most album streams of all time, but this is the first time it was a double album, and Spotify said this is the first time they sponsored both of them to be published, meaning double the coverage for less of the advertisement dollars. It just all fell his way, and Drake did his job, and he should have broken the record. That I don't necessarily think it's a great thing, because if you look at the numbers, if you double most people's albums, it's 500 streams. He doubled that with a double album, with double advertisements. I'm saying he's working the game. Eminem worked the game. He knows he has a white audience. That's why this is all resonating. That's why he got the W when it came to all these white rappers beefing, when it had nothing to do with Eminem.
And to be honest with
the
you,
exposure had to do with Eminem, but not the actual conflict. But we could do the dance, man.
Kush said it's probably easy to be the most widely known white rapper when you've blacklisted every other white rapper to come since you.
And real talk, that's where Joe Budden was hitting his points. Now, Tim Mack had his blinders on. He said he sounded bitter. And I said, even if you think he sounds bitter, which he even self-admits, Joe Budden says he sounds bitter. He's saying his perspective. How many white rappers do we just know in Facebook every 2 years? Oh, man, big ups to homie. He just got on Shady Records. Look at this other white guy. Every 2 years I see it. They all flame out. Joe Budden flamed out. Royce flamed out. Was put on hold while Proof was alive after Proof died. Then he plucked Royce from Slaughterhouse. And Joe Budden didn't even say that part, but he mentioned it. He said everything is kind of after Bad Meets Evil. I'm adding that part in. I'm willing to add that part in. But it's not my logic. It's just logic. The timeline works out. Eminem, at least MGK, he blackballed him. Why? Because MGK said that after his tweet, he couldn't be on Shady 5 no more, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Joe Budden says Eminem wasn't willing to be the Rick Ross of a label anyways. You're not seen with the artist. Puff, to his detriment, was also still seen with the artist. Even Jay-Z. Do I have to remind you of Rihanna? Now, you can take Joe Budden's thing and pick it apart and say he's butthurt, but his timeline of flameouts when it doesn't benefit Eminem is too glaring.
And it's facts.
Okay, Oscar the Grouch, chill on the couch.
I ain't even get to my notes.
What else he say?
King Joker said, here's how you know M's a jackass, where is D12?
And they sold it, like, they actually sold well.
They went platinum.
But see, here's the thing.
Or at least gold. I know I'm kind of talking out of my...
I think they did go.
They hit something, meaning they were sustainable. They got more security guard money than Lil Xan for, you know what I mean? For a quick comparative. Jesus Christ. Like, D12 was popping, but even M said in his little Stepping Stone song, like, we wasn't hitting the booth like that. What did Joe Budden say? He wasn't hitting the booth with him like that. You could say he was butthurt, but bro, the timeline completely lines up. It completely lines up. Eminem is still stuck in 2018. Him and Nicki Minaj.
18.
Or 2008, my bad.
Okay.
Eminem's playing in 2008 rules. With the name drops, with an album rollout. And again, you come at Budden outside of an album rollout, he said he would respond. Now, all the people that are judging Joe Budden for not responding now, he said, as a rapper, approach me as a rapper, not a prophet.
Mm-hmm.
Eminem is corporate, Joe Budden's corporate now. So he's saying, I'm dictating the terms. Because Eminem, again, it's an album rollout and now it's name dropping. It's always been pop stars and now it's rappers now. You're not going to do that. Him and Nicki are behind the millennial curve. But M still got stature. That's where the whiteness comes in to play. He has that big, broad spectrum of fandom because he was the first anti-pop pop star. He rolled with the punches. He did his job. Blacklisted at least one or two people that we know about. Weird that nothing ever works out for anyone else, though. Weird. Eminem replied to Mariah Carey. That alone means Eminem will not be off the hook. He replied with pop star beef. And between MGK and M is the pop star. Right here, right now, Eminem is the pop star. I'm saying it. I'm all in because you know I've been saying all this. I've been dying on this sword way before this Joe Budden podcast took over the airwaves, and you know that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm definitely passionate about this. I'm biased, I admit.
I'm just saying, like, he's like doing all this, and everybody keeps. This is my thing. Growing up, like as a kid, I can understand. Like as a kid, I was into
kids.
As a kid, I liked Eminem because you gotta think about it. The music when he first came out, when I first heard that shit on the radio, it sounded like another kid was rapping.
And again, he was actually making songs.
Right.
Now he's just rapping his ass off, which is fine. But I'm not one of those dudes. Like, you need the complexes that are out there. Mm-hmm. Like the Tech 9 crowds. I'm not a part of those crowds. So you can't claim that somebody needs to be a GOAT to me when I don't listen to them. I don't listen to that. I don't listen to MGK. I think he's trash. If I want to be completely, like, open about it, I think he sounds like the most Warren motherfucking white person ever. And that's not a slam at Warren. I'm saying, like, you know how you got your cool people from Warren?
Mm-hmm.
And then you get the people outside the bubble that ain't even from Warren. Bougie! Bougie! What, you know, one of them? His voice sounds like that to me. Like a white person that's trying to put a little inflection on their voice that's kind of...
Like, yeah, I'm from the rough street somewhere.
Iggy Azalea.
Yeah.
Got milk.
And I'm not trying to come at MGK like that. I'm just saying, full transparency, I think he sounds like a white guy trying to be black. But it's pretty easy even for him to call out Eminem for not being quote-unquote woke. We know that.
Yeah.
At least my generation knows that.
Kush says, why the hate on Warren, though? And then,
Kush, come on, man.
Kush loudest friend screaming, well, my nigga.
and then he
Wanna
name
shout out?
dropped who you were making fun of.
I mean, like the people that really put on their chest South Warren. Bro.
I've never heard. I grew up there. I never heard of that.
I done went straight through Warren, never found South.
Right.
Cause know what I'm saying, man. It's big. I know probably more Warreners than I do Detroiters at this point in my life, as far as continual contact. So I make fun of white people too, and I'm white. So
yeah,
go figure. But Eminem, man, he
has like no known track record of any quality disses. Everybody keeps making it sound like he's about to wrap circles around him, but he responded to shit. Mariah Carey, shit. Nick Cannon, shit.
Yeah.
What's my man's name from The Source? I forgot his name again.
Benzino.
That was trash.
Yeah, he's picking on
and
the
then
little
on top
guy.
of that, when you did pick on him, 50 Cent started to help you out. You commented on 50 Cent making fun of him, and then you made diss tracks after that.
Yep.
Then you made Toy Soldiers.
Oh. I heard him say Haley's name on a song and I just lost it. Now, this is where Eminem can lose. One, he's not a millennial. Okay, let me tackle one thing first. I'm not mad that Eminem has not responded yet and will be in Detroit tomorrow for the goddamn Lions coin toss. After next Sunday, I'm coming for heads. 2 weeks is long enough, but I'm not mad. I can't even act mad. Now, real quick. I'm not mad that Eminem hasn't responded yet, even though he's supposed to respond, because people handed out L's after 48 hours after Drake. Hefe did a tremendous job drawing that point on Front Free Radio. It's out of our hands at this point. It's in the millennials' hands right now.
No, but here's another
point.
Hold
on. I'm gonna lose that. I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah.
So when, God damn it, Terrence!
When you come from a fucking background, when you say you're a quote unquote battle rapper.
No. Okay, I got it now. But Eminem always does this. This is why I can't act mad. Should he, in today's world, this is where he's stuck in 2008. But this is why I can't be mad. He's stuck in 2008, and I know it, okay? So the album rollouts with name dropping, that's what I've come to expect, right? So when he's not responding within 48 hours, that's another part of him of not living in 2018. He's still in 2008. By the unwritten rules of today, should he respond? Yes. But as Joe Budden and we're all pointing out, and MGK to his credit,
I'm not a fan. Okay, Oscar the Grouch, chill on the couch.
Eminem's not working by these rules. I can't act mad. I want the diss track. It will be fire. Let me get a sizzle on that. It will be flame. You got 2 weeks to cook something up. He can't come to the city of Detroit and look. MGK showed up to Detroit before Eminem did. Eminem can't show up without a MGK shirt on or something. He will flip that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's gonna respond Monday. I really don't. He has to respond because you responded to Mariah Carey. You set the bar. Eminem did that. I didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
He did that.
Someone commented and said, M's track Girls, the Limp Bizkit diss.
I am so glad that my listeners are listening this week.
That's an awfully hot coffee pot.
Oh my God, here we go. Here's how MGK can win this all. No dispute. In today's world, you have to reply ASAP. M is in yesteryear, and now he's in beef. So that's not going to change no matter how much the world has changed around Eminem. The world has changed around Eminem, and Eminem has shown that time and time again in the last few albums that he's dropped. Agree?
Agree.
So, him not responding in the new updated rules, I almost expected it because he's still playing in 2008 land right now, right? So, Eminem or MGK can win. All he has to do is reply every time Eminem replies.
Mm-hmm.
MGK's a millennial, and he gets it. HeroNation.com already shared the article. Big up to Tim Mack.
want to shout out.
He already called out saying that this isn't an Ohio versus Michigan thing. This is the future and the past colliding. Whew. Big up to MGK for that. But all he has to do is reply. He can respond faster because he's a millennial. He gets the time frame. Invest the time that Eminem simply just might not have.
Mm-hmm.
I understand the business asset of it. I really do.
Refugees said at this point.
Hold on.
I'm ready to get into some.
Arby's, we have
good meat.
He said at this point, I know his response, if he responds, will be flame, but I'm going to care less.
No, and that's what I'm saying. I'm guaranteeing that MGK will win this whole thing. He's going to outpace him because he's just going to return after 2 or 3 days like he did the first time. Time and time again.
Mm-hmm.
20 million views off World Star Hip Hop right now. 8,000 a stream. That's almost $500,000 in the bank right now.
The millions.
Just responding one time. You let Eminem do a little rollout, flex a little bit, do a little coin toss for the Lions. He finally responds to you. And what do you do 2 or 3 days later again? You hit him in the mouth again.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the listener said. Eminem is giving us ammunition. You can't do the whole Haley and kids routine. The fuck you can't. The fuck you can't. Resume. The reason why I'm weighing in on Rap Beef this week is because of resume. Y'all wanted to do that all week with Sketch. With this whole Eminem GOAT shit. Resume. I am the only local rapper that I know. It's a hell of a resume, right?
Mm-hmm.
I am the only local rapper that I know that after a diss song that I did, number 10, thanks Lou, datpiff.com, the rapper changed his LLC. I brought up workplaces by address, home addresses, girlfriends, and dog names. Everything I could find on anybody. Don't try it with me. I never strike first. That's why I could just look at the local beef at 8:30 like unbiased. I don't care. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not involved. It's fun. It's war when I do it. I'm like Joe, but my dick gets hard for that type of shit.
You sound like Joe Budden.
Pause. But like off rip. You know me when I'm mad, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Especially with like I changed LLCs, homie. Come on. MGK gonna come with that fight. So MGK can bring up Eminem is mad that Ronnie, his uncle, died. I know that. Make fun of Ronnie. Fuck Ronnie. Make fun of that. Lonnie, what is that? Like surrogate sister to Haley.
Yeah.
Make fun of Lonnie. It's out there. Eminem's stupid for it. With a millennial.
Wait, what's going on?
How MGK could win.
Oh yeah. No. Haley said, got a what?
Eminem brings up that he has like 2 little girls. You know, Lonnie and, you know, I think that's like the daughter of his uncle. I really don't. Kush, chime in, real talk.
Kush, loudest friend screaming, well, my nigga.
This is Kush's repertoire right now. But Eminem rapped about, you know, and cleaning up my closet that, like, you know, his uncle Ronnie died and his mom wished it was him. Well, he's forgiven his mom, right?
Uh-huh.
He did the old Drake to Meek routine.
Right.
Make fun of that. Fuck you. Ronnie's still dead, dummy.
Mm-hmm.
Make fun of that. He brought up, like, 2 little girls, you know, in Mockingbird. He was bringing up that other girl in his family.
Mm-hmm.
Might be a niece or something. Regardless.
Ronnie was his uncle.
Yeah, Ronnie was his uncle. I know there was that daughter, like Haley and Lonnie with an L. It's something.
Oh, that's just what Kush said.
Yeah, I know Ronnie's his uncle, but there's, you know, in Mockingbird, Eminem was rapping about Haley and another little girl. So presumably somebody in the family. Anyways, he says the name. Wish death upon her.
His niece.
Okay, thank you. Yep, niece. I was right. So, number 3, Eminem on YouTube. MGK can MacGyver this shit. Just like Eminem did Mariah Carey on that Mariah Carey diss and cut up that audio of Mariah Carey. MGK can bring up Eminem dissing all the black women. He already talked about how Eminem's not woke because he don't go back to 8 Mile. You bring up the black girl song?
Sorry, can I just say that was very anti-black?
It's a rap. 48-hour news cycle. Every time, hit him in the mouth. You not woke. You hate black people. And I got a black daughter. I know that from MGK because he said that to G-Eazy. Because I had to invest a little bit of my time. But right out the gate, MGK as a white rapper is insurmountably less racist than Eminem. That's proven. Black daughter, black mother-in-law. Eminem refuses to do anything for the city of Detroit. He'll show up to Detroit to flip a coin.
Kush has all the facts on Eminem.
You see why I asked him?
What the fuck?
Kush loudest friend screaming, well, my nigga.
My soundboard sound jacked up, too. I can't even pretend like I can ignore that in my head. If you streaming me live, big ups. We gonna figure it out, man.
Eminem built a playground and Warren for the kids, too, I think, actually.
A playground?
He do shit for Warren.
Tony Hawk put a fucking skate park in Detroit. I bring you the question again, Kush. What has Eminem done for the city? Like, what has he done for the city?
That's an awfully hot coffee pot.
He don't even got a coffee endorsement. Oh my God, dog.
Oh,
Who you think gonna win though, man? Weigh in tough.
I mean MGK. Now let's.
So you willing to say that though? You thinking MGK will win? Not
I think he will
should.
win. But this is what
like how I be for the Lions though.
But look, this is what I think. I see fuckery like this happening. He's going to like try and split MGK's attention between him and G-Eazy.
Oh, that's one of my prerequisites. If Eminem splits the beef reply in any form or fashion and drops a name outside of a one-off, it's an L. I'm not giving any wiggle room to these stands because they demanded too much respect when we were only giving it as millennials. Millennials are just tired of it. We can say you're the greatest on the track and still tell you, but you don't want it with me.
Right.
Joe Budden said it. Like, you just need to know things and what pushes buttons. You don't have to out-lyrical content a motherfucker. Like, even MGK was saying garbage lines, but they weren't garbage because of the context.
Right.
You don't want this smoke. Yeah, not literally because you'll choke. That's so garbage. But he's going through, you know what I mean? His rehab. It's instantly not garbage because it has context.
Right.
That's all MGK has to do. He just has to hold his own weight. And hit him in the mouth with that black women shit, bro. I thought of that shit yesterday. It's on YouTube. Eminem, racist black girl song. It sounds like Eminem.
Oh, yeah.
You can mix and match that shit.
Because what's his name almost like fucked his whole like career up in the early 2000s because of that shit. He actually had like a 30-second clip of that on his Source magazine.
Yeah.
CD, whatever.
Yeah. And Detroit Unplugged might be the rumored people that sold out that story.
Really?
Yeah. Huge rift between Hear It Nation and Detroit Unplugged because of that simple fact. We're just going to leave that there. You know how I do it. Terrence is leaving, ladies and gentlemen.
Because
we're going to talk heavy with these local rappers right now, man. We both on the record saying that MGK going to win it for millennials. This is a millennial warfare right now. Millennial warfare. So, as Terrence exits stage right, it's stage right here, not left. We got to talk about everything Kush.
Kush loudest friend screaming, well, my nigga.
Refugees.
I'm ready to get into some
Arby's. We have
good meat
and cocaine because I don't got a job for him. That's my homie, and I kind of say that loosely. I'm not even gonna hold you up. Like, big up to Andre, man. He helped me with a couple things for my show as far as connectivity to a synopsis, and socially we've never been in disagreement, but there's real no reason for me to be biased towards him or anybody else involved. But I do got thoughts. My listeners, HearItNation.com, Refugees, Kush, Cocaine, they all had a trifecta beef going. What are your thoughts? What are you doing, Terrence?
Can't find his wallet.
No, that's in the car.
Okay.
How do you know that?
Okay.
This man just, oh my God.
Bye, Terrence.
Terrence.
This man said, I lost my wallet Oh my God, where's your wallet? Oh, no, it's in the car. How do people do that? How do you forget where something is and then you immediately know exactly where it is and nothing jogs your memory?
I don't know, Scotch.
I can't believe it. Let's get into this great debate because I want the listeners to really weigh in, like on some real. Y'all need to listen.
Standing here yelling rabble, rabble, rabble isn't going to help anything.
Who won?
But we don't know what else to do.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Hold On was the first song given. That's what kicked everything else off. Like, kicked everything off. I actually have no idea. You know what? Are you about to read something? Oh, okay. Listeners, I'm not going to say any names.
Kush loudest friend screaming, well, my nigga.
But if you want to give me the gossip on how some of this shit, like, happened in a non dry snitching kind of way, let's sketch no. Because I have no idea what happened. I just know what was alleged. Andre Cocaine was saying that Refugeesus shouldn't be friends with Kush. And Refugeesus said he's friends with everyone. Like, he went completely Kanye with it.
Yeah.
That's what I only know that side of the story because that was the only side of the story I was sales pitched. Andre, he was kind of like a bull in a china shop, even though that, Mythbusters busted that. But he was like a bull in a china shop. He never really explained his side. He just kept saying, y'all some bitches. And I thought it was entertaining. I didn't care. Refugeesus kept doing what Refugeesus does, and he explains before he gives you a spanking. Like, he's one of those parents that be like, now you know why I'm about to whoop you, right? You know your report card wasn't that good, right? Hit you a couple times, break it down to you again. Now you know why I have to do this. So that's what Hefe was doing the whole time. He's playing it cool. What I didn't see coming, or what I did see coming, rather, was the actual response that Refugeesus did.
He's laughing right now.
I'm really trying to break this down on some professional shit. As
we got everybody laughing right now.
Oh, man. Now, I won't be able to, preview these songs if I'm able to do it within 30 minutes, because I still want y'all to weigh in. I want the Jay-Z and Nas effect. We got some of the people that were involved in this beef. Y'all are cool enough that y'all not gonna beef it out together. But who do you think had the better song between the two of y'all? Between Refugeesus and Kush. Refugeesus, I gotta shoot from the hip, baby. And I hate to do this right now, man. Let me get my paperwork. Get my paperwork.
Paperwork, you're so
I'm stepping on it.
professional.
Stepping on my paperwork.
Stuffed crust pizza.
No, not stuffed crust pizza. Stepping on my paperwork. Now Refugeesus. What?
Before you go, Hefe said Kush was better. He put Kush ... after you asked that question, so I think that's what he means.
Want to shout out.
I'm ready to get into some
Arby's. We have
good meat.
Hefe. Now, as usual, Hefe, we're on the same page. God damn it. I can't even tease my listeners. I can't even tease them. Let me break it down, though. The first song. Now, Hefe, I just have to let me be let me be serious sketch right now. Let me wash over me. Let me wash over myself. You're too good to put out the quality that track was in track one. I understand the concept of it because I've heard your happy remixes with your beef songs. And I've heard this. Different spin, a little lighter feel to beef. I understand, and I even told Hefe to social media face Hefe. I even told him I could tell this is trying to kick the tires on some shit. You know what I mean? But that was the design of it. But what I do have to say to Hefe is at the point that Hefe or Refugees is in the game right now, when it comes to those happy tracks and it comes to that hold on track, I think you need to demand a better mix. And that's artist to artist. Our resume drop on it. I don't care. I told you. I changed rappers' LLCs around here.
Our live is lagging.
Of course our live is lagging. They'll chime in. We'll read the comments when they come in. But now, that's just artist to artist. Hefe has to demand his mix because I think he's that caliber of artist. Now, lyric for lyric, his Hefe song number 1 and 2, verse Cocaine song, Hefe beat him lyric for lyric. Inflection for inflection, conviction for conviction. And facts about personal lives. He beat him. The quality leveled it. And that's why I feel like it's unfair to people like Hefe. Hefe will get the all-star treatment in my studio. And to Hefe's credit, my listeners don't know the ins and outs of certain people that I'm shouting out, right? So they don't know Hefe's people. So this isn't a jab at Hefe's people or a jab at Hefe. But I do know for a fact Hefe doesn't record himself. Like, press the button, do it, mix it. He might, but I don't think he does. But what I'm saying is, Hefe, when you give us the happy beats, I want those songs. But they have to be mixed.
He said fair to all that. He said fair ...
And that's just you. That's your caliber, bro. Like, it's just me and Hefe right now. That's your caliber. You demand that shit. I'm not demanding it for you. You demand it. You demand the attention. You stopped everybody's lives. You brought the eyes to this beef. You expressed feeling in a different kind of beat with a different tone, and you nailed it. And the mixing let you down. Now, that's what I got to say. As far as you and Cocaine, heads up because of the optics. You know what I do on the show, baby. It's optics. Not who I like, not who I don't. Now, the song that Cocaine did, it was an up-ear beat. Obviously, he's making the second song. He's the responder. He's got to come in with some more of that shit in the bag. You ready for war type shit. He just kept bringing attention to his own resume. I've never heard anybody else rap about their own jail sentencing than Andre Cocaine did. And I actually fucks with him. As far as a real response. Because he optically didn't look ready for what Kush was going to do. Was punch him in the fucking mouth. Now, I'll get to that in a minute. Because of the optics alone, as far as if I played it for somebody that doesn't know anybody. And all my listeners, HearItNation.com, it's on the homepage. Check out everything we're talking about. We'll be back next week to break down some more. I don't think a new listener of both people would be able to come away with a grand conclusion. And it's just as simple as what it is. As far as a round, I want one more round from Hefe and Cocaine. And I'm already on the record saying lyric for lyric, he outdid him. He brought up Andre's 2K habits in a funny fashion. And Andre brought up his own arrest record in a weird dry snitch fashion. Now, where Andre fell short, is because he never pertained anything to his, opposition. He kept saying, I'm the real one because of this. Y'all are fake. He never explained why Hefe was fake. And as a listener, I'll tell the people. I don't care. as a listener of Andre's diss song, the whole time he was dissing Hefe about like not holding guns, and that all might well be true. But Refugees has got shot twice that I know of. Like, it was just weird. Like, it was weird to like say your arrest record was why you're more authentic than somebody that seemingly was trying to run away from somebody with an arrest record. Like, optically, if you don't know these two people, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. What you got, show director?
Oh, Hefe's just laughing.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, man.
Want to shout out.
Y'all made it interesting. Y'all made it feasible to get through the week. I promise you. Now, I have to give full disclosure. I did not rate any of these songs on Hear It Nation. There are 2 employees that are involved in the beef on Hear It Nation. So the stats, I have not checked them. I'm pretty sure that they would reflect that Refugees and Michael Kush have better ratings than the opposition. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I would almost argue. Okay, you know what? If Cocaine outrated you guys, y'all lost. Like, y'all got the L if he outrated y'all. Like, we shitting in our own bed right now. Or y'all are. I ain't got shit to do with it.
Kush says, I don't go to jail. I collect action figures and work as a carpenter. LOL. I'd be the first to tell you I ain't no gangster.
Want to shout out.
I got 3 kids, oldest 14. Jail is not an option.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can use your own resume, but he just wasn't pertaining it to anything else that you were saying. Now, Kush.
Kush loud his friend screaming, well, my nigga.
How you do that, bro? Your song was light, heartfelt, lit, jab-riddled, dark, funny. A perfect response. He switched it up after 2.5 minutes. He switched up the flow after that. He had the funny joke of Toxo and Mexican that Tim Mack butchered, by the way. Lyrics don't read out well. I don't know if you know that. Fun fact, don't read any of my lyrics out for social media. It sounds completely gross. But what Kush did, and what Refugees did, is they took, more particularly with Michael Kush, he took his resume of being Mexican and flipped it on him. Mm-hmm. Eminem taught you that in 8 Mile.
Refugees said, I don't want my past to be a selling point, so I don't rap about it. Kush said, I battle rap, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Now, I got to call y'all two into question real quick since I got y'all here. Since y'all want to rap. I battle rap, bro. Y'all want to talk big. I'm talking big, too. I changed a rapper's LLC after I went in on him on Thanks Lou. Check the Carfax. But I want to get y'all invested in something. Why didn't y'all bring up family? Not one of y'all brought up family. Kush is smart. He keeps his family secret. Every time I hear Kush got a family, it's a surprise.
Yeah, he just said he got 3 kids now.
Hefe has a target on his back with a new child. Awesome. I don't have to explain to them, but I'll explain to my listeners. I'm not vouching for these things to take place. I clearly wouldn't go in on Kush on his family or Hefe and his because, i.e., we're all fucking friends and we all work at the same company, and I don't make diss songs until somebody else makes a diss song first. But why y'all ain't bring up family? Was that for round 2? Were y'all waiting? Were y'all waiting for round 2? Round 3? But Kush went in, dog. Kush had a good flow. What did he call that? I got another question, too. Because of the artwork. Did it really stem from Refugees being friends with a Mexican?
Sorry, can I just say that was very anti-black?
I just love Trump. That's my boy.
This man isn't black.
I'm the only one that's light-skinned in my family.
Like, is that what this really all came from? And I got another question, refugees and Kush. Where does Jigs come into play? I'm dead. I'll sit here on dead silence. Where does Jigs come into play?
Why is his name even brought up?
Exactly.
The fuck?
Now, full disclosure, I have to genuinely ask that question because me and Jigs used to be friends on social media and we're no longer friends on social media. I never hit that unfriend. I can't tell you what happened. All I can tell you is I had no hard feelings about anything on my side. Let alone, I can't even tell you one song he's done because he's never listened to me. I've never listened to him, but he has unfriended me. But how in the hell is he involved?
Hefe said because he had a song named Hold On.
So, Hefe did a song called Hold On. Homie wants to see if he can find the song Hold On. He sees that another person has Hold On. And that's it? Are you serious?
Jigs dropped a song named Hold On, and Kane thought Jigs was biting. Kush said he used to roll with Kane.
I can see that. I don't know much about Jigs, but I know his beat selection is that of Andre's. And that's where I'm not in a setting to take sides with Andre. I don't know nothing about him. He's helped me with my show with ideas. We've never argued. He's never gossiped. We're not even on that level to gossip. Like me and Jigs, we weren't on any level to even like each other's statuses, let alone gossip. So I don't even know how I was unfriended or when. It could have happened like a year ago. I really don't know.
Fuck it.
Yeah, no, I don't care.
Oh, no. So Hefe said, so me being petty, I named my track Hold On.
Ah, so Hefe's kind of the culprit. At least if you have to place blame. Not like Hefe didn't like gas nothing up, but that's probably how he got swept in, man. But that's how I gotta go. I gotta go Kush. That song definitely number one, dog.
Kush loudest friend screaming, well, my nigga.
And for some reason, now let me tell you this too. For some reason, I expected Kush to go in like this. I ain't heard from Kush in a minute. That's not a jab. That's not a slight. I have not heard from Kush in a minute. I am not here to spread gossip on anybody talking ill of Kush. But to help my argument on how he clearly won everything hands down and the Hefe's credit said so as well, even Kush's enemies was saying that Kush won this shit. I'm not saying names. I'm not even giving direct quotes. Because I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to do that shit. To get a rise out of motherfuckers. I'm not trying to do that shit. But when my enemies tell me that I win an argument, I kind of look at that as evidence of the situation. And now, Kush was beefed out in the last year or two with a couple of people, and I have seen those same couple of people come out and say, Kush got this shit. So right there. Right there. Like, enemies of a motherfucker beefing with somebody else are saying that Kush got this whole thing in the bag. That production was on point. Kush's production was on effing point.
We got the full timeline from Hefe.
Here we go. Hold on. It's not a lot?
No.
Give us the rundown on the Kush, cocaine, Hefe trifecta. And Jigs, apparently.
He decided Kane and Vinny D dropped Hold On. Months later, Jigs drops Hold On, thinking he's biting, and lashed out. Kush says a message was sent to my enemies, and then he said, thanks, bro.
That's what happened? Hold On? A song title. Hold On. I'm not telling y'all I'm asking that. You know how generic that is? You know how many beats that I scour through that are called Hold On before I call them something else? Like, everyone calls everything Hold On or Hold Up or you know what. Like, that's what did it? That is what did it? Come on, man. That's so weak, bro.
You know, we talk in this book about hypotheticals.
There is no juice to that at all.
Hefe said, and because we're cool, ... he thought we were trying to sneak diss him, Kane.
He was trying to associate guilt with your acknowledgement or lack thereof of everybody's song title. I don't even know my song titles.
Kush said, I only jumped in when the Mexican jokes came at me.
By all means, baby. Like, truly.
I think that's a racist term, too.
And he blocked me after I shared his track from Hefe.
Now, you can't do that. I've never blocked anybody I've beefed with. And again, I talked about it last week on the show. Like, me and Kush had a quick spat, but we figured everything out. Everything's good. But we didn't block each other. I've never beefed with Hefe because I don't understand why anybody beefs with Hefe. I can actually understand why people beef with Kush because Kush is quiet. So the murmurs of rumors can scream louder than that. But beefing with Hefe will shoot you so straight, dog. I disagree with half of Hefe's Front Free Radio.
I want to shout out.
But it's a good show.
Hefe said automatic L.
It is an automatic L. I'm not disputing that. You don't have the luxury of working in 2008 rules when you're not fucking corporate. Straight the hell up.
King Joker's so confused.
Oh!
Who is Kane and Jigs? I really don't know who they are.
Dog, I'm telling you, Joker, you might have been friends with Jigs. I'm not trying to, I'm just saying, Jigs is a weird dude if you don't know him to then get to know him.
I feel like he tries being, like, super cool, so he just, like, floods all the, like, top local rapper people and producers. And
she's not speaking out of I don't want nobody to pile in on
I don't like the kid. He's a fucktard.
Oh! No, that's a different, separate story.
Yeah.
I have my opinions about his music, but I will not vocalize it because it's not a Jigs conversation. Because, like we said earlier, he shouldn't even be a part of the conversation.
Nah.
He's like Ariana Grande to Mac Miller's death right now. Jigs has nothing to do with anything. That was a waste of artwork. But Mexican jokes. It's weird coming from Andre, too. I don't feel differently that I do anyway. Like, I can have best friends beef with each other, and I'm cool with best friends, like, both of them the next day.
Right.
But it's weird, though, because Andre, like, he'll be real quick to throw out that woke card. But that's where it is flipped. Dave Chappelle said that, dog. It is flipped. Mexican is the new black right now. It really is. Because, like, you're real quick to tout the word woke around, like, your causes and everything. Because half of my show topics are based around things that potentially cocaine could, wrap his mind around. Like, it's some of the same things he puts out there, and I'm just putting in some of the legwork on the air. So you might connect with that. But how can you tout woke, but you throw the Mexican card out there? And Kush don't say nothing! Like, that's what's the conundrum. And I even own that up. I own that up on air without giving any details away. When me and Kush were even kind of at it for a moment, it's because Kush don't talk. So rumors scream louder than quiet time sometimes. I admit that. How you throw the Mexican in there, bro?
Kush says he did that because he knows he can't outwit or outrap me. I don't play that shit, not in Trump's America. Hefe says I was waiting for him to actually diss me.
I just love Trump. That's my boy.
And that's why I said, too, dog, his resume was only about his street cred, but not y'all in cred. He gave himself credibility with nothing to compare it to. Just like last week on Sports Roundup, I had an idiot listener tell me that Stafford sucks because he's not Brett Favre. Look who you're comparing him to. That's what Andre did. He only compared himself to himself. Hefe brought up the jabs, and Kush was with the shits. It wasn't every other bar thing. Like, Kush handled that perfectly as far as, like, any kind of beef song goes. And I'll bring it up one more time, not to be a bully, because I expect it. Hefe, I'm not fucking around. Talk to your mixers, bro. You shouldn't be shortchanged. In the regard of the speech that I'm giving you now, in this one-on-one experience, I don't give a fuck what they do. Your shit needs to be good. That other shit's a conversation. I want everybody's shit to be good idealistically. Realistically, homie, get your shit. Whew. Whose song did you think was the best, show director? I'm not gonna do that to her.
I didn't listen to any of them, and I'm so sorry. I kind of just heard about this like the other day.
I'm gonna see if I can bring up that Kush real quick because we got a couple minutes left before we go into the 2 minutes left sound off. It's so long-winded. Tim Mack, you did a terrible job. This layout is putrid. I swear to God it is.
It was too hard for me to read off that screen last week, so I can't read.
You got the weirdest setup. You got all the songs individually set up, but then they're all set up to one article. And then you have an article that's combining two of them, two of the songs. Are you serious, Tim Mack? I gotta do this 4 minutes left in my show.
Tim Mack says, "Fuck you, guy."
Come on, man. I'm just saying, bro. I'm trying to do this on the air, trying to give the people something to listen to, because Eminem ain't doing it.
I'm not a fan. Okay, Oscar the Grouch, chill on the couch.
Is it working? Are you figuring that out?
I swear to God, man.
Everybody's waiting.
Oh, man. What is it called? Oh, God. Oh, God damn it. Got Kush's PR trying to get me to buy it off iTunes. So clearly I clicked on the wrong link. I mean, no disrespect. I don't mind, like, subscribing to it, but I'm trying to play it for the listeners. Can't play it. I'm not buying it right now.
Boss man says, should have been prepared, bro.
Hey! Hey! This show is free-flowing until I start talking about the other employees of Hero Nation.
It's called Novocaine.
Okay, I'm clicking Novocaine. Let's see what happens. Oh, man. Ah, yes!
Got it.
Yeah!
Kush loud as Fred screaming, well, my nigga.
I'm ready to get into some
Arby's. We have
good meat.
I love yo. He was like, you know what I'm about to do to that ass? I was like, you ain't gonna bend me over and put food in my ass. For the last time, I don't care what you do with no hands. He's like, damn it, you fucking beaner, you just ruined my plans. Now he's usually mad, but he...
See? Instantly flipped it on him right then and there. Kush read his quotes!
Kush loud as Fred screaming, well, my nigga.
Kush came with the shit!
Kush loud as Fred screaming, well, my nigga. Fred screaming, well, my nigga. Kush loud as Fred screaming, well, my nigga. Kush loud as Fred screaming, well, my nigga.
Been way too reckless. I guess he decided to finally drop his debut record. He got shady respect and he been acting like he bulletproof. The difference is at 50 wasn't 50 dropping bulletproof. Damn. The bullet's loose. Hope your shoes can run like your mouth do. I'll body you in 8 bars and sleep a whole round 2. I'm a beast, but you shouldn't be out with no muzzle on.
It's like a reactionary video for YouTube I'm doing right now. That I'll sleep through the round 2. That's probably the hardest shit Kush came out the gate with. Bro, he dropped in the sound effects. I know Kush did it himself.
Kush loud as Fred screaming, well, my
nigga.
nigga.
The most love I've given to Kush in like one segment. Like I always shout them out, but dog, Kush earned this shit.
Your swag jacket, get your Caravaggio hustle on. All of this cause I done shared a link to your fucking song. Cause you my homie, then I see you trolling like something's wrong.
On some meek shit, Kush? That's why Kush ain't talking, cause he like, homie, the track speak for itself. He because you ain't share a track on some Meek and Drake shit? Now is Kush ever gonna forgive him? Kush, are you gonna forgive him like Drake forgave Meek? Are you gonna forgive the person you beat? I'll wait for my answer, Kush.
Told me you were boiling, I'm like, clearly, what the dealio? You were mad I didn't share the fucking shit a year ago. All up in your...
Oh, some MGK Eminem 6 years ago shit, Kush?
Kush loud as Fred screaming, well, my nigga.
Kush with the shits, bro.
Kush loud as Fred screaming, well, my nigga.
He said, I don't care.
See, Kush don't give... Kush a millennial. Kush is a millennial. He's not vengeful.
I'll live without him.
That's what I'm saying. We millennials don't give a fuck. We can move on. Now, Hefe was smart with all of his crafting with this beef, man. This is how I want to close it out, dog. Kush, you marked it.
Kush loud as Fred screaming, well, my nigga.
Me and Kush already in the DMs, homie. Give me like a minute. I know my face is already scarce, so give me a minute, but I'm gonna need something probably before Christmas. But I'll talk to you like when it's more happening. I'm not trying to be like Young Money, like, yeah, we got some shit coming out and ain't nothing being worked on. So I'll just hit him up when I'm ready for that. But Hefe marked it lyrically, even brought it into a light-hearty sense with the first song and kind of re-slapped him in the mouth with the second song. And a good, what you got? Oh, yeah, you just look so lit.
No, I'm just...
See what happens when we talking Kush?
Kush loud as Fred screaming, well, my nigga.
Show director looking around like a goddamn fly in the studio. But Hefe did his thing, man. But Hefe's too far along, man. He needs to be a diva. That's all I got on that. Cocaine, he's clearly not going to come back because he already gave you the resume and he had nothing to compare it to. Kush keeps his life on hush mode and he's a millennial. That's why Kush don't give a shit. Kush doesn't give a fuck. We don't care. Hefe don't either. But Kush don't care. He bodied him and he'll forgive him if it happens, but he can live without him.
I'm not a fan. Okay, Oscar the Grouch, chill on the couch.
Kush said he was enjoying your reactions.
Yes, sir. 5 minutes left.
No, 6:58. We got 2 minutes.
And I guess that's the only 2 minutes people listen to.
Big up to Kush, man. Big up to Hefe. Big up to Tim Mac. Big up to Hero Nation. Hit that subscribe button on the YouTube page. Like everything at Open Season Radio. Like everything at God of Hip Hop. Sketch Artists on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play. Did I say Spotify? Spotify twice, because them royalties is better. Woo! Breaking down some of them numbers, you know how that goes. Woo! Actually go to iTunes. Listen to this Nova man. Kush came with the shit, dog.
Kush loud as Fred screaming, well, my nigga.
He gave us some semblance because we still waiting on EMINEM.
That's an awfully hot coffee pot.
I'm not a fan. Okay, Oscar the Grouch, chill on the couch.
We're gonna be back next week, 6 o'clock to talk sports, 7 to 9 to talk everything trending. It happens to be music this week. What will it be next week? Hopefully EMINEM replies. I'm your host, Sketch Artist. Big up to the listeners.
Want to shout out.
This is Open Season every Sunday 6 to 9. And fuck a sign off.